He's right here. Bull foot drive. Always going to see a lot of effort. The fact that he is 6'4", 275, obviously has some good weight behind his pads. He's not the tallest, not the shortest guy. He's not the tallest guy either, though. So he does have some natural leverage, even though one of his weaker parts of the game is sometimes he does come into blocks high. Here they obviously they have, they're in 13, the tight end wing over here. And he gets chipped by 85 or he kind of chips 85 releases, but he steps down on the right tackle and he comes into contact with 85 and he could be thinking he's chipping him right here, but he's just getting hands on to be careful there. And now in this situation, he was delayed getting up the arc. So now really his only angle to the quarterback where it's going to be effective is going to be directly through the right tackle. So at this point, okay, not really going to be able to get around the arc right here. It's just, one, he doesn't have the best bend in the world. And two, we're already a second through the play. So it's going to be really hard. The only thing he really do is to take a direct angle bull rush, and we're going to see him drop his weight into it, explode off the outside instep, hands tight, a little bit lower than the right tackle. Extension. He's pretty quick to get extension. It's always a positive. You see a lot of guys who they don't lock out quickly, and it just delays them getting to the quarterback. You want to get that extension as quick as you can. Extension into the chest, running his feet, gets to the quarterback. Again, there's other pressure there who get to him first. But with him kind of getting semi-chipped by the tight end and rushing, it's still a good rep. Full speed. You can see some of the power he has. And we'll see even more of that. That's not even the best example of it, but one of the first plays you watch. This game, Notre Dame was a really good game for him. So was the next game I watched, which I think is, did I say Michigan State? Top of my head, Michigan State was a really good game. The first 3 minutes of that game, he just absolutely dominated. Double swipes. So I think he gets chipped by the tight end. He double swipes him. After he double swipes him and he steps inside, there's also a punch from 75 right here. Double swipes that, gets around both of them. Let's see. Yeah, pressure. You can see how clean that is. Rushing, not overstriding. Unless you're gonna bull rush and you're gonna power through him. Okay, long stride, get into his chest. That's fine. But you're trying to evaluate what's going on. Run, pass, whatever it may be, and you have 2 blockers coming at you. Don't necessarily want to just take that head on. So shorter just stride, double swipe. Okay, now he sees one of 2 things, maybe both. One, that it's a pass now, and 2, that the right tackle right here is reaching. You can see flat-footed reaching, a little bit of waist bend. Not the best, position for the right tackle to be in. He definitely could have, done a better job right here, but we're not evaluating the right tackle. Double swipe, sidestep into another double swipe off the instep. Almost more like it's almost like a club though. If you really look at it, it almost works more like a club because he doesn't really swipe the hands. He kind of gets he kind of gets splashed a little bit right here in terms of getting his chest controlled. So he's not really able to swipe the hand. So you're really looking at it. It's more of a club because his hand doesn't really work against the wrist, the elbows. It really works more against the shoulder. So he kind of just uses power to fight through that. You see right there, pull himself through, a little bit of arm over, chicken wing, guard himself, pull himself through, arm over, guard himself, now run him down. Watch it again. It's clean. All right. Arm over, flex. I don't know. Did he flex the end of the play or something? Flexibility. Okay, that's what's going to be. It's not going to be flex. He's right here. 4-eye, 2-point stance. Almost gets into a 3. And again, he's in terms of move, he's not the most and I kind of said this with Neil too. And I think I said this about Karlaftis in Neil's review. In terms of him moving quickly, like you say, like a car, like 1 lane over, fast lane, slow lane, fast lane, slow lane. He's good with just a little bit of steps. When you're asking him to go around a full blown U-turn or do a K-turn in the middle of the road or back up, those are the type of things he's not the best at. So quick change of direction is fine. full blown gearing down, changing direction, getting lateral, that stuff in the open field, not the best at, not the best bend. But in terms of like flexibility and squirting through gaps and stuff like that, he's pretty good. So there's a difference between bend and flexibility. And usually flexibility is like kind of disengaging your lower half from your upper half. And here, whether it be film study, whatever it is, obviously he's not eating up a lot of ground. Doesn't get into like that really threatening contact zone. He almost like zero steps at the start of it. Sees the aggressive block coming, head down. And you see him do this a decent amount of times where he like double swipes into an arm over. Swipe the hands, arm over. Now the thing to be like in the NFL level, the problem with this is if you don't land this cleanly, if you don't time it up perfectly, you're gonna get caught under the armpits, and now you're not low, you're not like sunken into the ground. You're high, and if you're high and they get under you and they catch you under the armpit with that arm over, you're screwed. So you really have to time it really well. Double swipe arm over, times it well there. You just see him bend a little bit right there. You see some flexibility. Like he's not the most like, you don't understand there's a difference between evaluating Josh Allen a couple of years ago, who's at 240, 245, and evaluating a guy who's 275. They're not going to have the same bend, but you have to know that. So his bend is not brutal. It's okay. It's just not, like I said, the Josh Allens, whoever else you want to compare him to. Chase Young's, or I think Josh Allen off the top of my head probably had the best that I've seen in a little bit. Brian Burns, those are the two guys who had ridiculous bend in that draft. But again, his ability right here, feel that block out, double swipe, arm over, corner right there. He does a really good job with his footwork too, in terms of like cornering. Like he takes the path of least resistance. Like there, you see guys who are really long striding, trying to bend a corner. Like even though he doesn't have the best bend, he shortens his stride and he really turns himself into it. Like he does a good job trying his best to get around with those small steps. Read language. Okay. Right here. Again, he gets blocked, but it's a similar type of deal. You have both him and the D tackle slanting inside. Six is coming off the edge, hoping to pull him. Slant inside. Again, read the guard. You're coming at him quick, but you shorten your stride a little bit, explode laterally, and club him into an arm over. You're there. Now, again, he doesn't necessarily get to the running back, but he forces the center to pick him up. The center picks him up. Now he clogs the lane. You see that the running back is probably going to go there. If he was kicked out, it'd be hit, running back one-on-one with 43 in the gap. He'd probably take that. But with him getting to the inside and forcing the center to pick him up, now we're looking at a situation where it's clogged up. So he didn't get there, but he took out two blockers in a play. You'll take that. It forces the run to bend back. Swipe and chop paired with feet corner. Okay. Yeah, you see him like frequently like jump into a swipe, chop, whatever it is right here. And he links his hands and his feet so well that he is planning to win with those hands. Like it's not win, okay, then I'm going to corner, then I'm going to bend. It's I'm going to win here, and I'm going to pair that with my feet immediately after. You're kind of, I don't know if this is the best. Yeah, like see how quick it's quick. It's really quick. You see how he's already, as he's defeating the arms, he's already jumping into that left step, the instep. That's to bend immediately. Like you'll see guys who will again win. They'll win right here, and now it's okay. Push up the field, now bend. Like he does a really good job pairing. Plan to win. It looks like that's what it looks like. He's like really. He's kind of throwing two hands at this hand. So you could see the swipe comes underneath his bicep right here, his tricep. So he comes over, swipes, and chops. So he's just working against that outside arm. Watch, you're going to see the hand a little bit right there. See right there? swipe, chop, prepare to corner. So jump up just enough. You're going to clear those hips. Corner, open up this inside foot, allowing the hips to work through and over. Get around it. Quarterback gets rid of the ball, obviously, really quickly, but could he have won any quicker? No. That is one of the cleanest wins you'll see. The feet there, the hands, that is a great play by Karlaftis. Great play. Next. Second blocker came. Oh, I'm assuming he's in a kind of like this play we saw like two, 3 plays ago, where a second blocker helps the primary blocker that he beats. And it just happened, I guess, before this. I kind of remember that now. Second time, second blocker came. There's definitely there's some times where quarterbacks get away. Obviously the pressure. You're not going to win every single play I'm going to show you at a 27.